Cast not your pearls before swine. That's one of my favorite biblical statements. You know, a pig, the swine, cannot differentiate trash versus $1,000 steak. If you put it in its feeding trough, it will take whatever you give it and run with it. Same too goes the minds of the masses. Anything that comes up on the news, anything that their favorite influencer says, anything that their favorite advertiser, the person that's bought to promote a certain message, anything that they say goes. So if that's what all my friends are doing, if that's what everyone else is doing, then that's what I'm doing, and that's my new truth. But then when us free thinkers out here, those truth seekers out here, try to provide more information, we are casting our pearls before swine. Yes, it's our job to wake up the masses, to just get people thinking, whether they agree with us, whether they disagree with us. It's our job to get people to break out of the bars of mental slavery. But one of the things that I've learned in my own personal journey and my own growth is that you will outgrow people. You will outpace people. You will start to provide information that people are simply not ready for. And when people are not ready for something, they are intellectually challenged, and that fear impulse is sparked up in them to where they react. They get angry at you for providing information. They start to talk, they try to talk you down because they see you rising above them. So they want to talk you down by calling you a bunch of names. We have so many trigger buzzwords in today's society. Everything is phobic, transphobic, fat phobic. You're anti-Semitic. You're racist. You're. One of the things I've learned to appreciate, whether I agree with the content or disagree with it, whether I like the presenter or dislike the presenter, if you can articulate yourself, I probably love you already. Whether we agree or disagree wholeheartedly, can you articulate yourself? There's too much emotion-based decision making. There's too much watching something on the internet and just copying and pasting it into reality. No. There are things that need to be discussed. There are things that need to be talked about. However, any truth seeker, anybody that's practiced something a little bit weird, anybody that's stepped into their own path has realized when they try to return back to the masses, when they try to return back to the old friends and family that haven't elevated, that have been complacent for the last years, decades, whatever, you realize that no matter what you say to them, they will not be able to differentiate a gem versus the garbage. Cast not your pearls before swine. This is why I had to close up the semen retention chapter. There's some people that are going to get it, and I hope that you utilize it. Good for you. Welcome to the fold. But then there's some people that will always try to justify a bad behavior of utilizing pornographic material and using sex to validate yourself. But not even just going against that, talking about manifestation to the scientific mind. Hey, you do realize that science only dictates what's already existed. So you're waiting for science to tell you something that's already existed. I'm practicing what nature has already provided for me, but you won't dare step into this world until scientists tell you that it's okay. So you need someone to tell you where you can take your own mind? Okay, you know what? You keep on staying in that world where you wait for your handler to come give you your food instead of going out there and getting it yourself. You only eat when they give you the food. Nah, I go out there and I do my own thing. And when I try to return to you and say, hey, yo, if you go one block that way, there's like literally apples, oranges, and bananas growing from a tree over there. Nope. I'm waiting right here because I'm waiting for the person to give me what I'm going to believe in next. I'm waiting for that next fear impulse. This is what I'm supposed to be fearful of, so I'm waiting for that. But dude, just go a block away. No, you're stupid because you stepped away. I'm staying here waiting for my food. Just walk a block. No. You see how useless it is? So cast not your pearls before swine. Do not sit here and try to drop gems on someone that's not going to listen to you because you're just going to be wasting your time. Why slow down your own progress for someone that's happy where they are, swimming around, sloshing around in the mud, eating slop, eating whatever is given to them, taking it and running with it? Don't waste your time on them. Just continue to grow. And the people that are the people that agree with you will find their ways into your world. The people that disagree with you and can give you a worthy adversary will also make themselves known in your world. As I said, as we rise into these spiritual ranks, if you want to be level 10 light, then you need to be able to go against level 10 darkness. So as you rise, your combatants will rise with you. And a lot of people that are ready to gain more information aren't ready for the people on the other side that are just as informed about certain topics. When we talk about the spiritual conversation, I have a bone to pick. I have like a rant video that I'm conjuring up right now, where it's just like, I'm just going to like unload a whole bunch of stuff off my chest about everything that's probably going to get me canceled. But nevertheless, I'm too small to get canceled anyway. But nevertheless, it's like in the spiritual rankings out here, it's like, oh, you have to do it like this. You have to do these mudras. You have to eat like this. You have to use these crystals. Oh, you don't know about these gods? Oh, you don't know about these spirits? Oh, you don't know? Then you're not spiritual. What are you talking about? I'm just walking my own world. This is what I'm seeing in my world. I'm just trying to pass it on to you. No. See, yeah. In the beginning of my journey, I did that, and I knew this. You're way behind. You're way behind. No, you just learned a couple of things faster than me. Or I learned a couple of things faster than you. Or this is my domain. Meanwhile, this is just a pit stop for you. Meanwhile, where your world of light, that's your domain, and that's just a pit stop for me. We all have our own things that we focus on. Why would you be closed-minded to someone that's walking the same path you did? Maybe they might walk that same path and provide you a new piece of information that you missed while you were walking that level of your journey. Learn from everybody, learn from anything, but you just need to be able to articulate yourself. And if you articulate yourself to your level of wisdom at that point in your life, whether it's something physical, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's spirituality, whether it's technology, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's, environmental health, whatever it is, if you're dropping information on people and they're not picking it up, either you need to check yourself at the door, check yourself in the mirror and be like, am I really accurate about everything that I'm saying? Or realize that they're just not going to understand. They don't realize I spent decades of doing research on this type of stuff. I know what I'm talking about, If you get to the point where you know what you're talking about and you've done enough due diligence, and you have to be honest with yourself on that one, because a lot of people swear they're right because they live in an echo chamber where a lot of people are just justifying their own decisions. They're all friends, so they all think the same way. Therefore, you think you're right because your four closest friends believe what you believe. Well, there is a possibility that all four of you or all 4 or 5 of you are wrong. You know what I'm saying? I live under the principle that everyone can be right or everyone can be wrong. Sometimes there is one answer. Sometimes there's multiple answers. Sometimes both of y'all, both sides of the aisle, are wrong or incorrect about their final conclusions on said information. So keep on learning, keep on growing, and share your information. The people that will extend their hands and take what you're saying and grab it and utilize it in their own world will do so. The people that reject it will reject it. Why does that matter to you? If you're hungry for information, you will see if you seek, you shall find. So go out there and find the new information. Find new ways to articulate yourself. That's the easiest way to get into my domain. Can you articulate yourself? I'm right because I'm right. That leaves no room for growth. I'm right because I'm right. Huh? No. Some people live from experience. Some people live through research. There's a lot of researchers that have no real world application to what they believe. There's some people that cannot explain themselves from A to Z. That's why there's certain things that I know are true because I've experienced them, but I'm not at the level of wisdom and expertise to articulate to you. How well do you know something if you can't explain it to the dumbest person in the room? It's a mantra I live by. So I don't really know it. Therefore, I don't speak on certain topics because I can't explain them. I cannot elaborate on it. I cannot go in depth to get someone from 0 to 100. If I can't do that, I don't speak on a topic. Or if I'm not even at the point of the level of confidence to get people started. Sometimes I bet, hey, I don't really know everything about this, but I know what's at the end. I don't know how we get there. Like, I can't lead you there, but I know I've seen it myself. But let me get you started and you fill in the blanks how you want. That's what I do sometimes. But if I know that there's something that's way above my level of understanding of being able to teach it to someone, then I just simply don't talk about it. There's certain things in the spiritual world that I'm talking about, that I'm experiencing, that I can't explain with words. I can't, because I'm not that level of wisdom yet. And I'm aware of this, but we also live in this world where everyone has a false sense of intellectual ranking, if you will. People live their worlds on these phones, and then they live in these echo chambers, and they think that they're right all the time. And if you don't believe in what I believe, then you're an idiot. Get away from me. No, the only reason I say, I tell people to unsubscribe to me all the time. It's not because you disagree with me. It's because you're coming with accusations. You're coming with pure stupidity. You're not ready to have a discussion about things. You know, man, unsubscribe to me then. If I trigger you so much, my guy, then just click off. Don't watch my stuff. I'm not here to become a big YouTuber. I'm here to wake up the world. Whether I stay at 1,000 people or I go to 100,000 people or 100 million people, I don't care. I'm gonna be me. You know, and there is this phrase in the financial world: too big to fail. If a market makes like $1 trillion, then no matter what happens to it, it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So if you make it to that point and these cancel vultures try to come at you, then they're only going to make you bigger. Quick sidebar before I end this video: cancel culture is hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. I don't like what this person's saying. Here, let me show you this person that I don't like. Therefore, you have just doubled his viewership. One person now turned into two. That person and you are going to continue spreading this person. Hey, look at this person I don't like. And then eventually you're going to find someone that likes it. And then you just brought more people into that person's ecosystem. If you don't like someone's rhetoric, don't watch it. You don't have to react so strongly, because for me, like, you could tell me that manifestation isn't real. You're just lucky. Okay. See, I didn't get upset. I didn't get triggered. Okay. I mean, you're trying to tell me what I've experienced multiple times in my own life isn't real, but okay. You can keep on thinking that. Have you done any research into this matter? Have you done the years of practice and diligence that I've put into this? Then no. Then I'm not going to worry about you. It's like you still live in a smaller world than me, or you just live in a different world than me. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong with living in two different paradigms. There's nothing wrong with it. But don't come with the accusations. Don't come saying something is fake. I should not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding anything that I cannot explain as a fraud. You know? I'm so happy that's one of the first quotes that I committed to memory. I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding anything that I cannot explain as a fraud. Where's a fraud? Whatever. Anyway, it's like, because a lot of these scientific minded people, they will never become quote quote spiritual, because they're too afraid to leave the physical, the measurable. The metaphysical and the physical play equal role in our lives. But anyway, I'm talking in circles. Y'all know what I mean. Till the next one. Peace.